Alright, so I thought I would make a video about just the basics of chicken keeping. And it just so happens I have chickens at about every stage of life. So perfect timing. They all start here in the incubator. I just hatched 10 of them 2 days ago. Looks like, unfortunately, this one is not going to make it. I haven't seen any movement. I don't know if it never developed and I just didn't notice because it's a dark egg, or if it died at some point. But I got 10 out of 12 from this one, so that's pretty good. One of them just never developed. And then I've got 18 more going in here. This incubator holds 22, but I leave one slot open for my temperature and humidity gauge here. And then I think I had 3 out of this one that just never developed. Yeah, then I'll go show you the chicks. Alright, so these are the chicks that hatched about 2 days ago now. I just moved them out here yesterday, so really all you need for keeping chickens is food, a good chick starter or flock raiser feed. Medicated or not medicated is up to you. I usually recommend medicated if you live in a real humid environment where it's real wet and rainy. The medication, or the illness that the medication prevents, thrives in like damp, warm environments. So if it's real dry where you live and you have something against feeding medicated feed, whatever. There's a common misconception that it's an antibiotic. Amprolium is not an antibiotic. It does not create antibiotic resistance. So if that's your concern, it's not an issue. So yeah, just I use a flock raiser feed because I'm able to give it to the roosters, the babies, the hens, everyone. And then it doesn't quite have enough calcium for the laying birds, so I add oyster shell on the side. But yeah, for right now, these guys just get clean water, feed, and a heat lamp. And for the first week, they need it to be about 95 degrees. They need access to an area that's 95 degrees, but they should also have space to get away from that heat if they get too hot. And then you can drop that down about 5 degrees every week after that. I like to just have a big brooder where they can get to the heat on one side and get away from it on the other side if they need to. Makes it real easy. And then some bedding. I just have pine shavings in here. That's pretty much it. And from here, they will grow up into these. So these guys are just about 4 weeks old, just under 4 weeks old now. And as you can see, I've got a heat lamp in here still for nighttime, but during the day they are fine without it. It's pretty warm these days. If it were winter, I would still have it on, but it's supposed to be about 100 today, so that'll be off until about 8 o'clock. Yeah, again, just food, clean water, clean bedding. That's about it. And from there, once they hit about 16, 20 weeks, you want to start looking at getting their nesting boxes and everything set up, and I'll show you that next. Alright, it's pretty bright out here. I don't know if the camera will focus, but these are my older girls, and they are just starting to lay eggs. So I've got them out in a different coop, and this is actually their run. I lock them up in here at night. But yeah, their main coop is behind that wood panel there, and here are their 3 nesting boxes. And I like putting these outside of the coop where they sleep. It just leaves them cleaner. They actually like to sleep on top, which makes a mess, but overall leaves the inside a lot cleaner. got their food and water out in the run here. I've also got water in the coop, but I don't keep food in the coop. They don't eat at night, and it helps keep the rodents out. So they got food out here, and I take that in at night so the rats don't come and just have a feast. But I leave the water out, and these are, this is sort of the traditional water here. Obviously it's empty, I need to refill that, but I'm actually getting more of these cups today, so I'll be making some of these. So these automatically fill up, so these are a little bit easier. But anyway, that is really the basics of chicken keeping. And I'll go into more details about bedding and that kind of stuff later.